Yeah, we are
This stream
live.
is rated R for British lemonade.
Our rights.
Take it away, Poppyseed.
Taking it
Oh, God.
away. Last session, the party brought down the large male carnivore that was threatening both them and the herd of Triceratops that took the party into their care. Seeing this, the mother and baby carnivores both fled, and Tavish giving a stink eye to Kari as she was going to swipe at the fleeing baby. With two of the Triceratops dead, Chou revealed an ability that he is able to revivify a fallen creature without the use of expensive diamonds. But it takes a toll on his body with every use. The party settled back down to finish their long rest. In the morning, Tavish was greeted with a delightful serenade from his sword, courtesy of Poppyseed, but outright stated that he hated it and wanted it removed. His request, however, was denied. Continuing on their way with the herd towards the watering hole, the party saw temples in the distance, a sign of civilization in this unforgiving jungle. Upon entering, the place had a heavy scent of incense hanging in the air, and dinosaurids, much like Kari, inhabited the area. Conversing with the guards out front, the party was welcomed, albeit with curious glances, as they made their way in. Tavish, having spotted a building with a large frog face on it, entered with a curiosity that soon turned to uneasiness as he sensed the place gave off a weird sexual energy he was not okay with, and there were too many frogs in one place for his liking. Chou entered into a smoking lounge and traded some of his magic mushrooms and other smoking paraphernalia, and received a hushed secret in return. Allegedly, one of the tunnels in the housing quarters has a room that contains a secret passageway to a place of otherworldly technology. The problem with finding which room lies in the privacy standards the civilization upholds. Breaking the privacy standard would mean expulsion from the temple. It was also discovered that this race of dinosaurid people find enjoyment and having an aphrodisiac-like experience from licking the frogs that live here. Meanwhile, Poppyseed had a conversation with a dinosaurid woman who recommended he find some solace at their library or temple to their gods. It was revealed that the people here believed the gods had ignored their prayers for a rather long time. With excited tippy hooves, he told Kari and Tavish he was going to the library for research and made his way there, meeting with Naza and Anayil. Yeah, Anayil. Getting quite the curious look from Anayil as they talked about Poppyseed's genetic makeup and family history. And that is where we begin tonight.
Yeah. Indeed. Currently, the rest of the group was thinking about finding rooms.
I thought we'd found a room and then went out looking around the market again.
That's right, yes. Yeah, you had found the rooms. And then we're gonna go back looking out. That is correct. And with that back looking out, what you guys looking at? What you guys exploring? Going down hallways and just seeing where it takes you, or exploring with a purpose?
I'm just tagging along at this moment.
I would like to explore with a purpose.
What sort of thing are you keeping an eye out for as you explore?
Anything that raises my metaphorical hackles, and just kind of trying to get a general vibe of this city. What if it's like a fucked up kind of city, or if it's a regular city that just happens to be underground.
Roll a perception.
Oh boy.
I'll assist.
I'm good at perception. Okay. Thank you for the assistance. Wow. I am not rolling hot tonight. That's 12. I rolled a 5 and a 7.
It's an improvement.
Whoa. With a 12, as far as you can tell, like, the city is a city. You're not picking up any, like, strange or interesting vibes from really anything in specific. You can tell that this place definitely is technology wise behind you guys a bit. Like, you guys at least have boomsticks, they don't have boomsticks yet. Sort of vibes. They definitely have, like, some awesome spears, blowguns, crossbows, like some pretty beefy things for what they do have. But just nothing that goes boom. But that might be a good thing with them being underground and all. Finding things and figuring out how things that can spark and go boom work is probably a pretty dangerous thing when underground.
Yeah, might not be that good idea. Okay, so if I don't get anything that immediately strikes to me as fucking weird, I would like to just kind of wander about the city and just see kind of what I can see. Get myself better acquainted with this place, like various alleyways, these back roads, stuff kind of like that.
Yeah, you can do that. Kari and Kari, Chou, and Gad.
Oh,
As well as, oh yeah, Tavish, you're with that group too. Are you all sticking together in one group and kind of snooping around, looking around, getting familiar with Gar? Or do y'all, like, break off at points?
I'm sticking with Gar.
I think Kari and Tavish need to sell the javelins that we
Yeah.
crystallified.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you wanted to
so-
sell those. I remember that.
Since the city doesn't have like has a no violence policy, probably like a hunting shop or something along those lines. Whatever the first thing we see with
Yeah, there are some, like, weapon shops.
Yeah, we'll dip into one of those eventually. We'll wave the turtles off so they know where we're going though.
Yeah. Do one of those, like, oi, dip it in here.
Wave them off. More
Go
like
on
yelling at
inside.
them.
We'll be back. Have fun. Don't get lost.
We're probably gonna be the ones that get lost.
That's fine. We fit in here. They don't.
Did I tell you how much they would sell for? Or no.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so either.
I wasn't sure if I did or not. Let's see. Ruler.
And the funk only spreads from the rock itself. It doesn't spread from us anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay, good.
It doesn't spread from spread.
This isn't like the game spreading once again. Just making sure.
No. Otherwise everything Kari touched would be fucked.
That's true. Quarantine.
Well, hey. It's like the whole in the
Everything
shelter
that
where they
Kari
have the
touches.
ones
Put you
quarantined
in a
for
bubble.
rabies.
Yeah. Put you in a little like plastic bubble, roll you around.
Yeah.
Ah.
You
Down a
when
hill.
you first show them off, you are offered you're offered 30 pieces of gold for a single javelin, like 30 pieces each. I don't remember how many javelins you did that to.
How many did we do that to?
Oh,
I have 5. Let's do 3.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Do they want to keep the 30 apiece deal?
I mean, are you trying to haggle for more gold? Otherwise, yeah, they're given the 30. That is their offer, 30 each.
Tavish just kind of looks at Kari and is just like, I don't feel right about trying to scam these folk.
Neither.
Okay, that's all right. Turns
We'll
back.
keep that.
90's good.
We'll keep the scamming for the top side.
Hey, sounds good. No Beffrey down here. They don't know who he
Yeah.
is.
Exactly.
Would make sense.
And Chou's just going to lean in very quietly and go, "Did you say no scamming down here?" Fuck.
Oh, Chou.
What are you doing?
Well, it got us the information.
That's fine.
So it got us the information, but I'll refrain from trying to raise funds for the orphanage.
See, they probably don't have orphans here. They probably eat them.
I was thinking like raise them as a community because they don't seem like backward savages, but I mean eat them sounds good too.
Mm-hmm. Probably the whole takes a village to raise a child kind of thing.
See,
Takes
but
a
if
village
they,
to eat a child, as Kari would say.
see, I was about to say, but what's going to happen if they eat the orphan? They have no parents to run to.
Yeah, that's why they're no good at baseball. They can't find home.
Oh,
Straight making things up.
Oh, me so hard.
The hell's baseball? Stop making things up, Chou. First the orphanage, now this.
No. Baseball's as a sport that we play back in my village.
village is
The hell's a
weird.
sport?
Mm-hmm. I'll explain it to you later.
Okay. Anyway, it turns back to the guy at the counter who's been patiently waiting this entire time. Anyway, so yeah, 90 will be fine. Here you go. Reaching up, placing the javelins on the counter.
If you get past the gold coins and the
You're on your
javelins
tippy-
are taken.
You're on your tippy froggy toes.
Tippy froggy toes.
Rages just to reach the countertop now.
Froggy toes.
Tavish will divide the gold amongst the 3 of us, so we each get 30.
Thank you.
Hey.
As we've been going around Groven, what's their general medical side of around here? Is it just like your usual plants and herbs, that's it? Or do they have actual magical healing?
It is. You mainly do see like the plants and herbs and bandages.
Mhm.
If they do have the magical, they're definitely not forward about it.
Mhm.
But man, do they have a lot of knowledge on all the plants that can make you not hurt anymore.
Ooh. Useful. Useful.
They've got ye olde Vicks.
Ye olde Vicks, ye olde aspirin.
Chew this fucking leaf, yo. It's wild.
Peyote.
I was thinking like the cocoa leaf.
Yeah, coca leaf, peyote. God, man, could you imagine if we got some peyote from down here and it took it up topside?
That'd be wild. Trip balls.
Mm-hmm. You know, if we can find the way out of here that allows us to come back, we could be onto something here. Trading between the two places and keep it between ourselves.
We should talk to the horse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True.
Speaking of, where is he?
He went to the library.
Of course.
He went to the library, go and see what information he could find about what's going on here.
Good luck seeing him again.
Yep. He'll never return. You've lost him forever. But Gar and Gad. Can I get another Persneppy or investigation? As y'all are looking about and exploring.
It's a fucking natural 20. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hot damn.
That is
Total
a
of 27.
Jesus. Jesus Christ, dude. Why the fuck is your perception or investigation a +7?
Because I dumped charisma and intelligence for wisdom.
Right, crit points. I got a 17.
Beautiful. Well, you do see something, and you are able to take in your surroundings more and kind of get familiar with the area as you guys look around. You see there's definitely the way things are carved and built and organized. You notice, though they aren't very far away, the noise from the like major shopping area, where most of the hubbub is, doesn't get into the areas where they have the bedrooms, the guest areas, so to speak, the library, the temples, any areas where you'd expect some quiet, some privacy. You find, you even come across some like classrooms sort of vibes rooms, where some form of learning definitely happens here, sort of thing. In those areas, the sound just doesn't come through. As you are moving and looking about, you find this area where, as you look in through a doorway, you can see there's actually like steps down, and with each pretty larger step down, it's carved all the way around, like seating. And this is a big area. and it continues down pretty far until you get to a point where, like, from the last area, it's about an 8-foot drop. But there are stairs that kind of turn and go downwards into what you can tell is a sports area of some sort. You have found the oldie sports ball of this area as you're looking around. As you continue to explore, there's no game going on right now, so why stick around? You end up finding an odd corner, and this is where that nat 20 kind of kicks in. In most cases, you would just assume that this was your standard, everyday, run-of-the-mill statue in a corner of a serpenty-looking individual. But in this case, Gad, you can tell that behind it there is some sort of something. Like there's gotta be a way it can be moved, or part of it can move to where you can get behind it.
He'll turn over to Gar. Something's telling me that there's a way to get back behind here. And if it was something important enough to hide with a statue, I'd kind of like to know what it is.
As would I. Keep an eye out. I will take a look, see if I can't get it to open. And I would like to look for any mechanical means or like channel that it slides in, basically looking for anything that would indicate how it moves.
Roll investigation.
Could I argue that I... actually, no, I will not try to argue that. That's a 21.
Nice.
Sometimes better judgment doesn't come immediately, but thankfully it came that time. Soon enough.
As you are kind of looking at it, exploring a bit, you realize that the tongue of this snake, though not readily apparent, like it takes getting all close up and personal with this statue to figure it out. But the tongue pushes in a little bit. And when you do that, you hear a click, and you can see a panel in the wall that you really couldn't see properly at all before. Now you can see partially open.
Looks like you were right, Captain. We've got a little alcove back here. I would like to see what I can see in this thing.
Two turtle heads just craning into the alcove.
Ooh, two turtle heads at the same time. That's going to be painful.
ETP, let's fucking go!
2 turtles, 1 statue.
Oh no. you peer in, and at first, like, it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust from a lit area to, like, non-lit. As the light kind of slightly shows around the statue. Into this small passage. You kind of like craning your neck to look in. You can see that there is a scroll and there is something in the back of this that you're gonna crane a little bit, but you can reach it. But in the very back there is something covered in a cloth. It's almost like almost dome shaped or like birdcage shaped.
Fuck. Why did I not take Mage Hand with this character? I don't know if I could or not.
How far away is it?
Oh, I could have made that, damn it.
It's a tough reach. You can reach it. It's just a matter of if you actually want to touch it or not. I think is
That's ominous.
Gar's
as fuck.
conundrum.
Gad's gonna take out his sword and kind of like lift the cloth a little bit.
As you lift the cloth, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh Lord.
Good thing you're good with those.
Oh yeah, that's a 21.
Nice. Both of you see this like bright flash as you like lift the cloth. It's almost like the cloth is keeping the light hidden, so to speak. And you can feel it almost immediately try to latch onto your mind. You don't know what it is or why it's immediately trying to do that, but you are able to like shake it off and push it back.
It tried to grab my brain.
I don't recommend that. That is. Let's leave the cage be. At the very least, I want to take this scroll out of here. Somebody else can deal with the bright light. If it tries to grab brains, well then, I don't want it anywhere near me.
Go get one of the magic folk to do it.
You seem to be forgetting that I am one of the magic folk.
One of the more practiced magic folk.
The magic ear, magic folk.
At the very least, I can tell you what we're dealing with.
Well, what are we dealing with?
I would like to cast Identify.
Don't you have to be touching?
I'm going to be touching the scroll. I'm not fucking with that cage right now.
Oh, the scroll!
Oh, I was talking
I'm
about the
sorry,
cage.
my bad.
Yeah,
I
fuck
didn't.
I was thinking about the cage still.
Yeah, I was still on cage that I didn't realize you meant scroll.
No, that cage can go fuck itself. I'm not interested in that. I use my brain. I don't want it to be touching me inappropriately in my valleys and bumps.
It is a scroll with information on it.
Fascinating.
I don't know what.
That's it, you broken Croven. Talking about your valiant bumps.
My
Hey.
lovely lady humps.
No, it's just I'm laughing because you can't.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh,
Like
no.
Potato
open.
powers activate.
I potatoed.
Autobots roll out.
Full on russet.
Hello, hello.
There
Well,
you
My
go.
unpotato.
Part of the reason why I'm not grabbing it before I am touching it with a single claw and casting Identify is, one, I want to see if that should tell me if it is like trapped or alarmed with something, so I can know that if it is safe for me to grab and open up.
I mean, yeah, like reasonable. It just caught me off guard because it is indeed just a regular ass scroll with writing.
Yeah, but it's in front of the brain grabby light. That ain't fucking regular, man.
It is. That is true. What languages do you know?
Common and Elvish.
I know Primordial.
Um,
I think you two were the ones that didn't know Draconic.
I don't know how to read.
what up, Jared 19?
You can tell they're words. They are definitely words. They don't make sense, but they're words.
Well, if it's not dangerous, I would like to pull it out, and then I would like to cast Identify on the cage, just because I'm curious myself. I would like to ritual cat. No, I don't want to be touching this thing for longer than I have to.
Can't sneak a claw under the cloth and touch the cage.
Yeah.
Oh my word. It.
It is a cage of
Um.
fuck you, you're mine now. Haha.
No. Okay. What is the? I have to find my schools of magic chart that I like the best to figure out exactly which one this one is. Uh,
Not a fan of that.
mm, uh, what is that one? That one's. That doesn't make sense. Oh wait, this one will make. But what is that one? That one is okay. Yes, that is the right classification of magic. This cage, you can tell is fueled by enchantment magic. And it is the strongest source of magic you have ever fucking felt.
That strong enchantment magic. Let's not touch that. I haven't felt something like that before. I don't think I want to. I think we should take this scroll and
Maybe it'll tell us what this thing is.
I'm sure it might if they're buried together. I'm pretty sure that Poppyseed speaks this language. He's a smart guy. I'm sure he can figure it out.
Well, let's close this thing up and get out of here.
Agreed.
Maybe see if we can find any other magic, because if they've got something this strong, they might have some interesting things.
And dangerous. Which might be profitable to liberate. Depends on the magic.
Yes.
Pop the tongue back into place where it should be. Kind of look around and make sure that we aren't being watched before disappearing. I would also like to note that I snagged that scroll. It is in my bag.
Okay. Roll a quick perception to see if, like, who may or may not be
15.
around.
I would also like to look.
Yeah.
22.
Um. You guys, there's no one immediately around. Like, after you've gone, you kind of turned and gone down a ways a little bit. Someone happens to, finally just be, show up, be around. But no one happened to be there for the, around the statue sneaking.
Okay. Onwards and maybe sideways? We shall see.
You two. Wait, so you two are now on your way to finding the haunts.
Let's see if there's anything else that piques our interest on the way
Oh
there.
yeah, see if there's anything else.
Could I roll a general arcana check just to see if I smell any magic as we make our way back?
You could make an arcana check to see if you like feel me arcana-y vibes.
That's a 15.
Let's see. On your way back from over there to the library. You can definitely tell there's magic-y things going on, like in the temple that you guys temple room that you guys passed by, because you passed by that on the way to the library. Kind of the way back you guys would go, it would be passing more of the like same area that you had already been through. there wouldn't necessarily be any new stalls. Make me one more Arcana check. Both of you can if you want to.
Oh,
That's a mod 20.
me and my big old +1. That's a 12.
Well, the 12 doesn't get these vibes. That 20 does, though. You start to get the feeling that everything might not be quite as calm and, like, chill vibes. You can tell there are a range of emotions, but you can tell that that range never peaks into upset or angry or overly concerned or afraid or like any of the negative, anything you would consider negative emotions, you would notice that no one is like peeking into that. And you get the feeling it might be part of the incense that just hangs heavily in the air.
This place isn't right. There's something in the air that's keeping everyone level-headed.
Well, that's no fun.
Agreed. I have a really bad sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with that powerful enchantment magic that we found. My concern is if it will affect us, and even worse, what'll happen if it stops. I don't know about you, but we're outsiders in a strange city. I wouldn't want to have to outrun a 1,000-person-sized angry mob. I don't have enough bullets for that. We should at the very least step carefully, but can't confirm or deny this hunch until we find Poppy and get this damn scroll translated. I just keep an eye out. Something's not right.
Gad's giving a peek over his shoulder every once in a while to make sure they're not like being followed or anything.
You can definitely tell, like, there's like, you're not being like followed. You guys are definitely like getting the occasional curious look. Because you don't look like locals in the slightest. Like you're reptile. Like you fit in better than the others, but you definitely are not dressed like locals.
Gad with his big ass hat and his flashy coat.
Yeah. So you definitely never stopped getting curious looks. But yeah, nothing in the purposefully following vibes. Look at the Hans is back. But the other crew, you guys were also going to head back to Hans after selling your what were they, javelins?
Yeah, we
Kari
sell
and
javelins.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, multi-fixture mic, homie. You scratch
It went crack, papple, snap, crackle, pop.
The
I
mic's got
combined
Rice
those.
Krispies.
How is it now? Any better?
Yeah, you're good.
I've got an inline mute, and I've been eating the crisps, so I wasn't wanting to crunch. So I flicked it to the mute. So flicking it back, obviously, it's an old headset, so it's
It
probably
got crunchy regardless.
yeah, it's an old headset, so it's probably on its way out.
It's angry.
It angy.
Rah! Instead of using the inline, I'll just use the Discord one instead.
Yeah, everyone's coming for you. But before they get there, because there is some travel time, because they were doing some things. Poppyseed, you were being brought books on the gods and the architects, right?
Yep.
Was there anything else?
It was books on the ancient religions and there's something else. I can't remember what it is.
She showed you a book that was the ABCs that had Centaur for C.
Yeah.
I remember that. But yeah, so you would have been brought those books. And both Niza and Anayil are sticking close. Like, they don't want to, they want to let you read if you want to read, sort of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also tell that they are very much so ready to help you with any questions you might have.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's probably just gonna skim through the books, stopping at any passages that he finds interesting and making notes about them in his own notebook.
As you make your notes, let's see, you would probably hear the cacophony of
are these books in Draconic?
Yes.
Okay, I will have to cast comprehend languages then. Because Hans understands languages.
Hans doesn't read them too?
I have to... yeah, that's what comprehend languages does. I understand spoken and written languages.
Yeah, but I thought, don't you just have Draconic as a language of yours?
Nope. Not Poppyseed. Chou does.
It's
fucking
Kari and Chou.
Yes.
Not Poppyseed.
You have Primordial. That's the one that you have.
Yep. But
no, these texts are in Draconic.
Yeah, so I would have to cast comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because I could just do that as a ritual, so it's whatever.
Yeah, as you are reading and taking notes, what cacophony is the Frog Squad making as they find Poppyseed?
Is the Frog Squad going to Poppyseed?
I thought that's what you guys said after you guys were done selling, that you guys were going to go to Poppyseed.
Oh,
Someone had been...
I never said that.
The turtles are. We're not.
I know the turtles were, but I thought, maybe I
no.
thought you guys had said that you were too.
No, we're just dipping into the merchant to sell shit, and then we're kind of free roaming, I guess.
Okay. JK.
Don't need that nerd. Get out of here, nerd.
We're pressing X at every single NPC we can try to talk to.
Oh my gosh.
Frog
I said
squad.
Chou's picking up some ingredients.
Yeah. Chou, you're getting ingredients.
Just out of curiosity, do they have potions of healing here?
Or
is that beyond their current level?
You would notice, like, when going into a place to, like, buy the ingredients, that it seems like everything is to, like, order, so to speak. Like, it is not just pre-made. If you need something, they're going to boil the water, ground the leaves right then and there to make you something, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Ask them if they know what a potion of healing is.
As you ask the shopkeep of this particular establishment, who you can definitely tell is an older individual, but you definitely realize it's hard to tell exactly how old is with a scaled individual. They don't wrinkle the same.
No.
But you get to the response. There is lots I can make, and even more than that I can make that you probably have never dreamed of, dear.
Well, potion of healing, you drink it and it basically heals your wounds, revitalizes the body, and allows you to keep on going. Is that something you're able to make?
That is something I can. As well as make things that you pack into a wound that will make it seal itself up versus having major scars.
Now, that would be useful to know. I am, me and my party, or me and my friends, I am the healer. So it's, as things are different here, it's obviously not sure of what is and isn't available. But I'm always on the lookout for more knowledge. If I'm going to pull out one of the potions of healing I have and show it to them. I'd be like, "Is this what your potions of healing look like?" Etc. Etc.
Yeah, give it a look over, and they pass it back after a moment, and then kind of hold up a hand like a one moment sort of thing, and then begin pulling things out, and grinding up some herbs, almost making this after what's all said and done, what kind of looks like a paste that almost like balls up. But then they take a bottle with water and pop what is now kind of a round pill shape, if you will, and
Mhm.
you thumb over the edge of the bottle and give it a good old shake.
Uh-huh.
And you see, as they're shaking it, the bottle goes from like a murky, cloudy to a clear, like you can see through it, but like a emeraldy green
Mm.
versus the like red that most people are used to.
Mhm.
And she corks it and puts it down on the table and goes, figure best to show you the differences. They do the same thing.
That is very interesting. The ingredients for it to make these, how much would they be?
As if you are just looking for the plants, I mean, the dried leaves and such,
Mhm.
you'd be looking at about 20 gold worth of ingredients.
To make one? Or would that make more than one?
That would make one, dear.
For 30 gold, could I get the ingredients to make one, but also like a list with a description of what the plants look like, so while we're out and about I can try and find them, and so I can practice and learn how to do this myself?
She gives a nod and grabs some little sachets and fills them up. As she fills them up, she writes on a paper that she pulls out, name of the plant,
Mhm.
how much you need per potion, and in
Oh, you cut out.
and oh, am I back?
You're
Yep,
back now.
Have I
good.
potatoed? Okay. Insanely quickly next to that is also able to draw an image of kind of like a branch or sprig of the plant.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I will hand over 30 gold with thanks on that one.
But yeah, she does that for each of the ingredients.
Mhm.
And she even writes down on there and tells you that if you make it into the ball and kind of let it dry out,
Mhm.
it'll be shelf stable for longer than you'll be alive, so to
Oh,
speak.
shit. Right, okay. So basically we could make these and then just as we need them, just fucking pop it into a bottle of
Pop
water,
it
give
into
it a
water.
shake.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a fucking good idea. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'll be definitely keeping my fucking eyes out for them herbs then. thank him profusely. Obviously, I did. That was just the 20 gold was for the ingredients, not the actual potion that they'd already made there. So obviously, leave that there. Not going to touch that.
Yeah.
Gather the ingredients and the likes, and the instructions. Thank him for the time and catch up with Kari and Tavish.
You would also be told if push comes to shove, just cram the ball of ingredients down someone's gullet. It won't heal them as much, but it'll save their life.
Good to know. Good to know. When push comes to shove, you take what you can get. If they don't like it, well, they can stay dead. Sweet.
The Tortoise crew. Turtle 1 and Turtle 2. You make your way to the library. And as you, Gad, and Gar enter, you are greeted by this Naga lady, Nazar, who looks at both of you. Again, you're not wearing clothes from around here. A little curiously, and she goes, granted, it is, well, no, she would still be. You're good on language. Never mind. She, greets you both with, are you strangers of the same group as this other? Do you need help finding anything?
Just our friends.
I'm afraid there is only, well, other than me and my friend, there's only one other person here that is unfamiliar to us.
Well, that's probably him.
He's in the back. This way.
Like you.
And she slithers through some aisles, leading you towards the back, where you end up seeing a Poppyseed, nose buried in a book, notebook out, and taking notes.
Just writing.
He'd just be chilling. Is Gar alive? Gar, where did you go?
It would help if my mic was down.
Ah, there you are.
Oh,
I've been talking for like a little bit, but I didn't realize that it was down. Alright. So
I was wondering why you were so silent.
silent but deadly.
That's Chou.
That'll be
No, that's-
Boo.
Yeah.
That's me in the car, but not Gar. Almost made this poor bastard jump out of a moving vehicle. Good times.
Lock the windows.
Oh,
I'm an asshole, and it was
gosh.
funny for me.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It was funny till it circulated back around to your side of the car.
Yeah, fair. Gonna go over to Poppy.
He has paid no attention to any comings or goings. Still right. Finally looks
Just
up.
like tap a claw on the table.
Oh. Yes?
We found something. The strongest enchantment magic I've ever found. There was a scroll in front of it. I cannot read it. I'm betting that you might be able to, if you'd be so kind. I'd like to find out exactly what the hell is going on here. There's something wrong about this place in the air.
Okay. Do you have the scroll?
I will put the scroll in front of Poppyseed.
What's it say, Croven?
So it reads. Well, I gotta make sure I got it straight again.
Give it to us, gay. Not straight, god damn it.
50-50, make it by. We can compromise.
I didn't realize it was both. Fuck me. Which means I can do something nice and fun.
As you read the first part, it says, "The Queen of Fate I sent for thee, broken into pieces 3. As she is taken into the night to help us with this glorious fight."
I don't think this is going to tell you what exactly whatever you found is. It's rather cryptic.
And it has a drawing on the bottom of it. Kind of with this wispy vibes.
Mm. Queen of Fate. Queen of Fate, Queen of Fate, Queen of Fate. Poppyseed's going to write like the transcription of this in his notebook and then tear out the page and hand it to Gar. That's what it says.
Oh. Do
Do you have any idea on why the magic thing would have tried to grab my brain?
Probably so that you wouldn't take it. Like what?
Because I lifted up the cloth covering it. It was real bright, and it didn't feel right in my brain.
Well, usually those types of things are for protective elements so that people wouldn't touch them.
Hmm.
Then why is it hidden in a alcove that you can access only by messing with a snake's tongue? In the
Again,
city.
probably because somebody doesn't want you to touch it.
Well, yes, I figured that much. But who is what I'm more wondering. Why would something like that be in the city in the first place? And why does the city have a strange magical haze over it that keeps folks' emotions level? Don't tell me you can't smell it as well in the air,
I
be it gifted as you are.
I have. Is that like incense in the library too?
It is definitely still there. It's definitely not as strong here as it is like in the marketplace area, but it's still definitely there.
Man, of all the times not to have detect magic. Um to help us into this glorious fight. Um I'll tell you what. Why don't you poke around more in the city for other things, and I'll see if I can find something about this Queen of Fate or Glorious Fight here.
All right.
For me, do we want to split up and cover more ground or move as a team?
I mean, I'm staying here
It
in the
might be better
library.
to move as a team. It might be best for the two of us to stick together, given we are strangers.
I would agree. I don't have that spell yet, son of a bitch.
Mumble, mumble, spell. Mumble, mumble.
Yep.
I am
Um,
lamenting that I do not have spell. Is irritating.
I do recall. Well, no, because that would. Marilyn did say something about the Shatia, the goddess of fate and luck. I wonder if that's what this is referring to. It's a queen, which is a ruler, and what is a ruler but a goddess?
You think maybe they haven't got us down here?
Well, we did find the last one under a temple. It would be quite easy if all of them were under temples, wouldn't it? Or just go to every temple.
Let us see your basement.
Poppyseed's gonna walk over to Anayil and ask about because he was told about a major divergence and then a minor divergence. So he's gonna ask about like historical texts on those.
As you go over, she definitely acts like she wasn't listening at all. And as you asked for the information, your brow kind of furrows for a moment as she thinks, and she goes, "A major and minor dive. Are you?" I think that would just be when we separated into the different temples, different sectors down here. At least that would be the minor. I mean, we do have books on that, but it's more like here's how you can find the other people, because we do sometimes travel from temple to temple.
Has there been any wars in your history?
The only war in our books is the one she goes and pulls out a book and flips through it, and not very far, just to like the first couple pages, and goes, basically our history, us down here, starts after what they call a Great War. We don't have anything that details what happened there, but that because of it, we were now down here. This is where we reside. We don't really have much on anywhere before this. So I don't really know where we resided beforehand, but that's kind of where sometimes it's called the Great Divergence, sometimes it's called the Great War, but either way, the beginning of our history starts there.
Well, that just won't do. I might have to take a trip over to the temple. Unless you have any texts on Shatia.
More so over here, it's just the books on, the collective. It'll have sections of all of them in it. Those are the ones that were already brought over. We have more of the same, but they're all pretty much a rehashing of the same thing. Anything more specific would definitely be in the temple.
I thought so. Okay. Thank you. And he'll return back to Gar and Gad. Well, I don't believe that anything else will answer the question here. But I can move over to the temple to poke around there for answers.
All right.
That'll work. While you do that, we'll keep looking for magics, I guess.
Perhaps look for, well, if that's one, if you found one, maybe there's two more.
That was part of my fault as well. You said that there's three, broken into three. My
Maybe
one question would be where they are.
you just have to find more statues.
I'm gonna go up to the librarian lady.
Yep.
Do you have a map of the city that I could steal for some time? Well, any spare maps, really. I might not. You might not want this one back. I'll pay for it fairly, but I just have need of a map.
At first you look quizzically as you ramble a little bit, and then she just kind of nods and goes, let me find one of the ones that I can spare. And after a little bit of time, she comes back with a scroll, unraveling it to show you a map of the area.
Thank you. I will put a gold piece on the counter.
Okay.
Take it back over to Gar and Poppyseed. I would like to kind of circle the exact area that the snake statue was on the map, and then basically look for another piece at a distant part of the city that would be the same distance away from the outer edges as that one was. I have an idea. Yeah, good idea, but it's an idea.
Okay, wait. So you're trying to find an area that was the same as the other one?
Basically,
right?
yes. My working theory currently is that if there's three pieces, they are equally triangulated across the city in order to have maximum coverage of the effect that's going on. Because I am very, very sure that is what's causing the miasma through the air, the incense. And if not, well, then it goes to Plan B, which is wander around. but I would like to at the very least try and figure out a basic area that I can wander around in to go about it a little smarter.
Yeah. You would find that if you were to try and make that triangle, make that triangulation, that you would end up in in one of the halls with the rooms. And in a room in order to get that perfect triangulation.
Okay.
I assume plan sneak into room as a go.
I am a very, very sneaky man. I fucking hope. Now, do not fail me now. That's a 19 for stealth.
Are you keeping watch outside the room, Gad? Or are you going into?
Do you want me to come with, or do you want me to make sure no one follows?
Make sure no one follows.
All right.
Gaddradison pretending to not be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
That's exactly what was playing in my head. Gar, as you peek in and sneak into this room unnoticed, as Gad keeps an eye out in the hallway, make me that lovely perception or investigate.
I would like to use.
If you're touching and moving things around versus just looking, how are you gonna snoop? How do you want to snoop?
Carefully, for one. I guess a kind of a mix. Look around, see if anything piques my interest, and then shift it. But I would like to put it back exactly the way it was if I don't find anything, so it does not look like anything fucky has happened in here.
All right, then make me an investigation roll.
That is a 16.
16. As you look around, you find it interesting that despite being the curtain being down, you're telling that this should be a room in use, someone's occupying this room. There's a lack of items everywhere. You would think at least, even if it wasn't spread out, there would at least be a bag of someone's belongings somewhere if they were just starting to settle in. But there is nothing. You open the drawers, look around, and you find that there's very much so your standard welcome to the area sort of texts, and that it's written in a few different languages, basically a welcome in, and why don't you try these great places for food sort of vibes. And the whole, as a whole, you can tell everything's not quite right, that there's something off, but you're just not quite finding it. And you don't know where you're not finding it, but you know you should be finding something.
I. Hmm. Hmm.
The vibes are right, the eyeballs just aren't working.
Oh, I wonder if that would work or not. And everything looks normal there. I didn't stumble over anything invisible on the floor. I didn't notice any hidden latches or anything.
Nope, not that you didn't find. No tripping over anything invisible. No secret latches. But you feel like there's just something you're missing. It's too perfect.
Do I have anything that I could potentially make this work? Forgot that I had that feat. Could I spend a luck point to have a closer look? Who knows? I'm feeling lucky here. This room, there's something not right here.
Oh, yeah, I'll let you roll again, re-roll, or
Okay.
roll for Snoop.
That is a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Hey, there
feeling
you
lucky.
go. As you are about to walk out, give out up frustrated, or go tell Gad that there's something off, but you can't quite put your finger on it, sort of vibes. You realize you didn't try to roll the rug. You realize at first you thought it was just some form of carpeting or something, but then you realize that it doesn't go all the way to the walls. It is just a large rug that is held down by some of the furniture, and that's why you never caught your foot on it or anything, and just easily walked across it, because it is held down pretty good by the furniture on top of it. And as you kind of get it out from underneath the dresser, because you really that would be the easiest side to get it up from underneath, and you roll it towards the bed on the other side, you realize there is definitely 100% a hatch in the ground.
I would like to cast message to Gad. The message of, I found a hatch.
Can I respond?
Yes,
Think
message.
so.
Yeah, you
I
can.
think you can.
Yeah.
Or should I come on now?
And I will again message saying yes.
I'll dip on in.
Or sneak to dip on in without
Yeah.
being seen or noticed.
That's a 15.
All right. Yeah, you dip into the room, and you indeed see a rolled up carpet and a hatch in the floor.
Oh.
What do you two hooligans wish to do?
Be hooligans. Go into the hole. It's a hole.
Open up the hole at least.
Yeah, as you open up the hatch, you realize it is stairs downward. And it is also not lit.
I will hold up my hand and use a magical tinkering to make the ring on my hand become lit. So we now have portable flashlight.
Beautiful, beautiful. Portable flashlights ago. You do you both go down the stairs? Do you close the hatch behind you? Do you leave it open? Do you try and hello, child. Good night. Sleep
I'll
well.
close it, but I'm gonna wedge it open just a little bit. Not so it's super noticeable, but so it can't be locked or anything with the immovable rod.
Hey, there we go.
Just kind of just hold the hatch open just enough so that way we don't get stuck in here, just in case.
That's smart.
All right.
If possible, fling the carpet back over.
Try and do a fling. Let's see. Yeah, you could kind of it would be like you're making a tent at first, because you would have the door propped up while hoisting the carpet over it, and it would just be this mound. But then that way, as you closed it, it still wouldn't quite be as flat as it was before, because from going inside you can't tuck it back under the dresser. But it definitely would be much less noticeable than rolled up against the bed. If someone was just doing a quick glance, they probably wouldn't notice. Unless they were looking, then they'd be like, the fuck? But yeah, you can do that, and yeah, you find yourselves walking down a tunnel way. But after some stairs, you down some tunnels. And you're walking quite a bit before you realize that there was a moment where the floor shifted from ground to metal.
And does it stay dark the entire time we were down there?
It it does stay dark for quite some time. But a little ways after the floor turns like metal, you can tell by like it sounding different. That after a certain point there is a glow that starts up in a ring around the hall, like the floor, the walls and the ceiling have this ring of glow.
Okay. Once there
And
is a glow, I would like to extinguish my light so I don't cause any undue attention.
yeah. You notice that the glow, every so many feet there's another like glowing ring down this corridor. And as those kind of hum to life, you also notice that up ahead there is a point where you can keep going straight or you can turn.
We go left or right?
Let's say we peek down each way a little bit, see which one seems a little more interesting.
All right. Then that is what we shall do. Take a quick little peek.
As you take the first peeky peek, roll perceptions for me.
Haha, that's not great. That's 13.
I guess it's 17.
Whoa!
Nice. As you look down the first way, you can thoroughly tell this is a structure of some sort. This is a place. This isn't just a like random happenstance or like a small portion of something. As like you see down this hallway some doorways. You can tell that they have some form of it's something different than you've ever seen before, as it raises off of the wall maybe like an inch and a half, and it's got a
But they're tall.
almost like a frame around it. But it has some text or some writing that keeps on repeating over the top of it. And the bottom portion of it has a empty space. And you can see that each doorway has one of those next to it. You can also tell down at the end it opens up into some form of bigger area. But you can't quite tell what that area is or is meant for from your position. What do you turtles wish to do?
I am conflicted. Part of me wants to go and investigate that little alcove for the door. Part of me wants to carefully back up and look down the other way.
Let's see what's the other way first before we get too carried away.
I would agree.
As you go down a little further to look down the other way, this one is a little easier to see as you look into one large area. You can see that there are a couple doors off of it, to where you could probably get into different areas from that one. And you see this setup. There are there's a central chair with this curved table in front of it that has a bunch of what look like buttons and knobs in front of it. And then on both sides there are 3 more spots with also these square-like things with at their base there's what looks like buttons and knobs and things that can be moved or clicked or bopped. And in the very front, because of the lighting, you can tell that there is the biggest and clearest glass you have ever seen. It is cracked to high hell, as it is against the dirt and ground. And you can tell that because the lighting lets you see that through it. But it is still the cleanest, the purest glass you ever did see. You never thought it would be possible to even honestly get glass that large, because you've at this day and age, like you've got glass for windows, you've got glass beakers, things like that. But any bigger than that, it a cloudy mess. You might as well not have a mirror sort of, not mirror, but window sort of vibes. It's the smaller panes that you can get the most clearest look through, and yet this is even clearer than those. Toto, you are not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, just tickling all the wrong parts of my brain.
Too big we do.
So is it just like? Is there anything behind it? Like what? Is it just big ass window into?
Right up against dirt. This
Hmm.
sucker, player wise for description purposes, this sucker crash landed into dirt.
It didn't hit me. Hmm. I really don't like that.
Just big window to ground.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Now, what would they need with a big window that good? Just to look at some dirt.
I don't know. What I do know is, I would like to just kind of ease over and peer at it, see if it is really just opaque or if it looks like there's something on the other side of the dirt mirror.
So yeah, you can tell like this glass, this window, there, like it is natural dirt on the other side. Like you're kind of like, okay, we are underground. This is underground. I am seeing dirt. Like I am seeing ground. What? Maybe this thing shouldn't have been underground. It shouldn't be underground because normally you don't want windows against dirt.
No, scratch them. What do you think about this? It shouldn't be down here. I don't know why this is metal passageways.
Well, maybe that door has more answers to our questions.
I hope so. Let's take a closer look at that pedestal. For clarification, does that pedestal look like the same exact size as the mystery grabby light cage?
Um do you mean the platform in front of the chair?
Yeah.
No, like that it is like the spaceship's captain command control panel sort of vibes. It's got a bunch of knobs and buttony thingies on it. And then there was the panel against the wall next to the other doors and the other hallway, but those are like a character doesn't know this, but player wise, it's like a handprint panel.
I don't think that we've got the right hands for this one. So I don't want to try and use it. I have a feeling that would set off all sorts of alarms. Or at least alert people that we don't want to be alerted. I wonder whose hand it belongs to. In any case, what I see is we got one of three options. Can look at maybe setting up all the alarms, or we can wait and see who comes down here and take their hand and put it in the imprint. Or option 3, we could see about coming back here later to kind of waiting around, up top and seeing if anybody comes back through here.
Hmm. I'll go wait by the hatch and see if we hear anybody coming in.
True, but
Maybe
if
see
we do
if
that,
anybody comes out of the door.
might not be a bad idea. Just sit and wait in the shadows for a little
Oh,
while.
Oh, we could knock.
We could knock. Do we want to try to knock and then see if anybody answers? Might be enlightening, or at the very least entertaining.
Try one. I've got a quick way out if anything goes wrong.
How far away from the hatch would you say we are? If we were to go back like to the door.
It would like. What are
Would it
your
be-
movement speeds?
Would it be more than 500 feet?
No.
Okay.
I am curious.
No, got a way out.
Well, all
In
right.
case anything unfriendly decides to answer the door.
Well then, let's see if anybody's home. And I would like to go up and. Did y'all in school have the clap that would. It was Pavloved into the children. I don't know if it was for you guys.
Fucking
But
bet.
Oh yeah.
I would like to knock that cadence onto the stone door.
You. The door is not stone,
Oh,
but the
why
door.
did I think it was stone?
I don't know.
Metal door?
Metal door.
Once things started metal, it was all metal.
That's
The
metal as
window.
fuck, bro.
You at the knocking. You hear it's the best way to word this. If electricity gasp.
I know that sound. An arc.
And the light flicker for a moment. In response.
Was that Is that it telling us no?
I don't know, but it seems like something's here.
Hmm. What does the hand imprint look like?
So it kind of looks like just a generic. Hold on, let me. Um. No, that's not right. Why does it not want to give me what I want? There we go. It's got like these vibes. Like the sci-fi handprint scanner sort of vibes. But on the wall, not just standing up in thin air like that image. Or like here's another pretty solid example. Them good sci-fi handprint scanners to unlock the doors. But of course, all y'all turtles, you ain't did have any of these. You're like, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is foreign as foreign gets.
My inner electrician has an idea, but my inner Tortle would not have idea. Alas. I am smart, but I am not smart enough. Well then. Do we just wanna wait? Or do we want to go? I am unsure.
Do we knock on this?
While you two think on what you would like your next move to be, we are going to jump to the trio. Kari, Tavish, and Chou. As you guys are walking around and about, Tavish, you have definitely gotten a couple money offers for a quick lip.
What do these individuals look like?
Where is the freaking right channel?
Oh god, fear.
You are looking at some more dino individuals. You get a lick offer from one that is a little brighter colored. She's got some scales and some feathers. And there are also what I could only think to describe as like dude bro dinosaur individuals.
Dudosaurs.
With the first one, Tavish Tavish will like respectfully decline, but with the dude bros, Tavish will be like, it's gonna be 2 gold for every lick. Start charging them money.
You know that they are more than willing to pay. That you get. You end up getting licked by 4 dude bros on y'all's walk. I just got looked at by the hubby. He is confused. This is a psychedelic
It's a
frog.
sentence. It's definitely a sentence.
Well, you said 2 gold a lick, so you make 8 gold.
Mm-hmm.
After each interaction, Tavish is gonna like push both Kari and Chou onwards like very rapidly, and then I think after that last one, Tavish will turn to the others and be like, "So, I know, Chou, that you said that froglets are like an aphrodisiac or whatever. To be honest, I know for a fact that like my slime hurts folk, but I don't know how it interacts with the folk down here. So it very well could interact the same, but like it could have an aphrodisiac effect. I don't know, and we need to figure that out. We need. I could have just poisoned folk, and that's why I passed up the lady. But the dude bros, fuck them, don't care. So there's a solid chance they're just sick right now, and we need to figure that out. So this is gonna be the weirdest question I've ever figured out. Do one of you want to lick me and find out? If not, we
You're not
have to
my
go
type.
to a bar.
Well, as Kari's the closest to these down here, it's probably better she does it.
Kari, will you lick me?
Also, as I'm the healer, if anything does go wrong, I can heal her.
Why don't we just look at the ones that that's already licked him?
Because in case things have gone wrong and they are not feeling the way they want to be feeling, I don't want to have to give their money back. I know we said no scams, but it's not a scam if we don't know.
Okay, but it's their fault that they're idiots.
That's true, which is why I didn't poison the pretty lady. But I mean, I
See-
don't want to have to
See,
apologize.
There was me thinking that it was you had a thing for men, right? So that's all it was. You just didn't.
No. She was very attractive. But just on the off chance that like I'm actually poisonous and I'm not an aphrodisiac, which is a damn shame if it's true. Anyway, Kari, you gonna lick me or what? Because if not, we're going to a tavern.
Okay, but what if it's the other thing and it's not poisonous?
Well,
That's why we're going to a tavern.
I never said
God.
it was an I never said it was an aphrodisiac. I just said
Right.
they got high off it.
Oh, Thought you said it was an aphrodisiac.
No, I just said that they licked the frogs because they got a buzz off it.
I mean, either way.
Well, if it's poison, I can cure you. If it's not poison, I can cure you.
But I know where he's been, and it's nasty.
Well, we could find someone else that wants to lick me. Evidently, there's plenty of folk. I just don't want to have to go back and explain the situation to the few gents who decided to lick me, just in case.
Oh, go check. I'm not touching you. Ew.
How about you do it, Sneaky?
No. Who's sneaky?
You go find out what the effect is.
While these two are arguing, Chou's just going to roll his eyes, turn around, and walk back the way they came. Just, oh,
Let's
for
Let's
God's
find
sake.
out, folks.
Oh, for God's sake. At least this
Roll
way.
perception.
At least this way, if they are ill, he can fucking try and save them.
Yeah, she's gonna go check out too, but she's gonna go sneak off.
And suddenly I'm left alone. Fucking
All
Poppyseed, they're
alone,
already dead.
with no one here beside me.
It's a delayed poison effect, so they die mid-bang.
Oh my god. At least they went out with a bang.
Where
Die
is
hard with a vengeance.
Thank God for the lucky feet. That's all.
That's
Because
a
if I-
26.
Yeah, that's a 25 for Chou on the after using the lucky feat, because the first time that was a nat 1.
Oh
Good
no.
Yeah, it went from a nat 1 to a 19.
Snap.
So yeah, it's a 25 for Chou perception.
Alright. You manage to be able to tell that they're definitely not sick, but they're definitely like disappointed at the level of high that they are. Like they're basically like, man, that frog must have been licked a few times too many already. Sort of vibes.
Right, so they're not sick. That's good. He's just a poor drug dealer. Right.
Poor drug dealer.
He's a ineffective drug mule. Right. All right. Okay. Seeing that they're not ill or anything like that, I'm going to head back. And you're okay there. They're dying. They don't look too happy though. They don't. It's more a case of the froglets here are better at the job than you are, should I say? Is what it looks like.
You know, I have to say they are a lot brighter. Maybe it's something they eat, something like that.
Maybe.
We haven't tried the local cuisine yet, have we?
No, you will.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Maybe it's something special they add to their diet.
That's true. Could be. Either way, we do know that people around here are going to offer me money to lick me.
And be sorely disappointed.
As long as we leave the area afterwards, it's fine.
I mean,
And what if you don't get the chance? They're a lot bigger than you are, my friend.
For now, I mean, I could probably take a good few of these in a fight.
No, I'm not going to bring up the barn again.
Do it. I dare you. Once again, I'll tell you I was fixing your problem.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a rematch any day of the week, Fluffy.
So tempted to do something.
Do it.
Fuck it. Why not? Shits and giggles. I'm just going to very quickly, without even any warning or preempting, I'm just going to grab Tavish by the ankle and just lift him off the floor.
Tavish would like to resist.
Just hold him upside down.
Roll grapple and contested grapple.
What's that?
So Chou, because you're the one doing the grabbing, that would be athletics. Tavish, that's athletics or acrobatics.
I rolled a 3, so that's a total of 11. Tavish was not expecting this.
Well, I'll let you know now. I rolled a 10 for a total of 11.
No! Tavish, you barely fucking don't get snatched.
Oi, fuck off! Keep your grubby mitts away from my frogginess.
You're lucky this time. Next time, maybe not.
It's because I'm on high alert. Too many folk around here that want to lick me. And not in a fun way.
I think you'd be out for that since you're going to be making money off of it.
As long as we don't have to deal with a disappointed customer, it's fine.
Right, so what were you doing then? Were you just
Well-
wandering around?
I mean, Kari and I sold the javelins.
Mhm.
Probably can't sell the bottled poisons that I wanted to, sell, because
Mhm.
I'm just a weak narcotic at this point, but
Weak narcotic.
You're cheap street weed.
no, that's not even the fun kind. I mean, you could either peruse the locals and go try the cuisine and the folk and whatnot, or group up with the turtles and whatever the hell the horse is going off to. Kari,
What?
is she back yet?
Yep.
Okay. I know she wandered off too. What the hell do you want to do?
Just standing right behind him. What?
God, stop sneaking up on me. Fuck.
Fun. Hey.
Was that a statement or an offer?
I mean, depends on which person asks, I suppose.
Well, you're the one who turned around to Kari and said "fuck." So.
Not Kari, no.
Ew.
Look at her.
Hey.
I'm
I
sorry.
just
You
said, look, you're small.
So are you?
Says the small one.
Aye, but if I wanted small, I would have stayed home. I would have gone back to the frog tent. Ugh, the frog tent.
I thought you were going to say if you wanted small, you're looking at your loin.
I have yet to roll a D100, so I cannot respond to that.
As you are talking about not wanting to go to the frog tent, there is an individual that stops and turns, and she looks to you, Tavish, and goes, well, if you need to replenish, but you don't wish to go to where the other froglets are, I can show you a couple areas.
See, I knew they had to be eating something special. He's going to turn to her. Exactly what do you mean by replenish? Just so we're on the same page.
It's
Is this the
one
one-
part proper scale care, skin care, what have you. And 1 part what you eat.
What were you saying, Malty?
I was just asking the one who's asking, is that the one that you just posted the picture of?
Yep.
Tavish is like trying to do his.
I think you should listen to.
I mean, I was all set to abandon you too. That's fine, unless you want to come with.
It's a chance to learn about new herbs.
Turns back to her. Sure, Miss. Trails off a little bit.
um. Did not have names prepared today. No, not that one. That
What do
one.
you think of the name after Chou saying, learn about new herbs? There's literally like a little mutter under his breath of cloth, I'm a man of the cloth, I'm a man of the cloth, I'm a man.
After one of those, if he finishes talking, Tavish just leans over and goes, I'm not.
Very leaning into Tavish. You know when there's days when you look at your choice and you think, why the fuck did I pick this? This is one of the days.
That's why I'm a paladin. All the good stuff. None of the tie downs. All I have to do is be kind to nature, which is easy as hell because I am nature.
Well, mind you, my guy's motto is burn bright in the fires and passions of life. That would be a way of bright in the passion of life.
I kept saying we need to go to a tavern. Peruse the local cuisine. More ways than one.
As you two have this aside after Tavish freezes, she gives like a polite curtsy and goes, Thessalia, Iarpator.
Well, nice to meet you, Thessalia. I'm Tavish, and these are my friends Chou and Kari.
Bow of the head to her.
Wave.
She kind of gives you the follow me sort of wave and begins walking off, and she goes, now I think you quietly mentioned a tavern. What I am part of is more what you would call a rejuvenation center or a health spa stay, if you will. There is food, there is drink, there are rooms to stay at. But it's not so much the let's just the vibes, the experience is different.
Yep. That's the Force's code name for a house of ill repute. is I'm off to the health spa.
She she leads y'all in, and there are some tables. It is very much so like there is it is a smaller area, but there's a small bar area where you can get drinks. But then there is also a station where it is like floor to ceiling herbs. And they've got like the setup to make different like teas and soups and smoothies, if you will. The more like room temperature slurries. But they also have a few people coming around taking orders for other things, like they're serving foods. And then there's like a help desk area where they have a big old sign there that shows the different things that they have, like mud bath, cedar bath. They've got different like instances that they can add to baths. The person at the help desk is definitely Siri. That's Siri. And there are like different massages offered, and like scale care routine things that you can start and whatnot. And after walking y'all in, she was so what were you having an issue with? You seemed like you needed to go to the froglet tent, but didn't like the area. So I assume it has something to do with your secretions. Am I correct?
It's a hell of a way to word it, but I mean, I suppose technically we're not from around here, so don't really know how things stack up per se. Where we're from, technically, I'm normally toxic, I guess, is the best way to
Oh,
put it.
yeah, they definitely can be.
So we've found that I don't exactly match up in terms of, I guess, recreational use is the best way to put it. Of the other more colorful froggy folk around here.
So you just haven't gotten really in tune with yourself, then it sounds like.
Sure.
Because even some of us who are more dinosaur like, I and some of us others happen to have froglet in our family tree. So I'm one of the few who can also be licked for profit. As well as a few others who work here. But we're not necessarily accepted into the froglet tent because we're not full froglets. I mean, you can tell by the looks where we just don't look at either. But that's why we kind of started this area to really benefit everyone.
Tavish kind of nods along, just like, gotta say, the vibes in the frog tents, not good anyways. Not missing out. Don't worry.
So, the best way to get you back up to snuff, I would definitely say would be to start with a bath to just kind of relax and open yourself up. And then we can maybe go over some of the things that you yourself ingesting can help you regulate your poison, your or lack thereof, as well as the a high portion of it as well.
All right. Well, before we start, is this like, how much is this going to cost? Because this does seem like a paid thing going on here.
It is paid, though you are new to the area, so I'm pretty sure I could wiggle you in some discounts. You would be looking at 3 gold for the bath. I could probably get them to knock it down to 2. Normally it's 4, but I think I can get them to possibly knock it down to 2. And then the herbs and food after that, it kind of just depends on where you're at after the bath. And if you don't mind one of us after the bath giving you a lick to see where your levels are at that point.
You know what? I'm down to treat myself and play it by ear. Kind of turns back to the other two. So
You're getting licked somewhere?
well, probably, yeah, that sounds like it's in the cards, but I meant more like, this seems like a health spa for frog and frog affiliated, so I don't know what you want to do.
I think we need to go find somewhere. Then I think, Shane, I think time.
Poppyseed. Jesus.
I'm saving that for when Poppyseed buddy meets her back up with Marilyn. Just fuck already.
That's being favored.
Yep.
For those of you that can't see, I just posted a GIF that says "just fuck already."
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh GIF too.
Yep.
It's beautiful. All right.
It's about as subtle as Chou has been to me. Meh.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep, I've passed the torch on.
So Chou and Kari are abandoning Tavish for as he goes
Froggy daycare.
To Froggy daycare.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We'll go find our own fun.
Beautiful, beautiful. As you go find your own fun, we are going to hop on over to Poppyseed.
Heyo.
Heyo. So you were heading towards the religious area.
Yeah, before I leave the library, I'll pack up all my notes and stuff. Put the books in an orderly pile. And then I'll ask Anael, do you happen to have any teleportation circles down here? Because if I travel away, I would like a way to come back at some point. And I know it's possible. And I'm just wondering if you have any.
We do not, though I've heard of such things at the Eastern Temple. There are a few down here, and I heard that the Eastern Temple and the Temple of the Wind are connected, though not physically. I've heard some people call it what you've said, teleportation. So I assume that's what you speak of?
Just instantly traveling from one place to another?
Yes, that's how it has been described. I haven't seen it myself, though.
Well, I don't know how long I'm staying here, but if it is possible for you to reach out to them and possibly get the sigil makeup of the circle, that would be a tremendous help.
I can definitely see. I know a couple people who might still be in one of those temples. I don't think they would have left for traveling back yet. So we'll see. I'll see what I can, what information I can get out of them.
Thank you. I have my books set off to the side on the table that I was at. It was very lovely to meet you, but now I must be on my way.
Come back by anytime, and the books will be here.
I will probably be back.
She gives a polite wave as you head out.
Making my way over to the religious section.
Yep. As you make your way there, you can definitely tell who the more devout people are, versus the less so that are in the portion of that building, due to the amount of cloth they have draped over themselves. Hi, Lulu. You almost smashed yourself into my head. That was close call.
Are we talking like the more clothes or the less clothes?
Sorry. The more clothes.
Okay.
We're talking, full on head to toe robes sort of vibes versus the standard, more like loinclothy, just covered sort of vibes
Mm-hmm.
of the rest of the community.
Which uh which gods are like set up in this thing?
You can see that down what the fuck? Down one wall. Oh god. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop it. Trying to panic biscuits and slam her head into my head. Fucking describing the room. You can tell there are 4 shrines on one wall. Ow. 3 on another that has a door on it. And then to the very front, there is a like it's one bigger. Lulu, you can't make biscuits on this blanket. You'll get stuck. She's going psycho. In the front there is one larger one where it is a masculine figure behind a feminine figure, with his hands on her shoulders, and her hands are kind of resting calmly on her stomach. Is the pose of the 2 figures. And there are on the base of that area is just a crap ton of new and old candles of varying heights and used upness.
Is there any more action, I guess, over at the Otrix altar, if there is one?
You can definitely see one that does have more hunter-esque vibes to it. I see, it doesn't necessarily seem like there's anything more to it.
Okay.
I would say you would definitely notice at least all of the candles on that section were lit. but I was you wouldn't be certain if that is people's doing, like coincidence, or if it's because it's Otrix saying, "Hey, I'm back" or not.
Right, right. Um, do the doors on the one side, do they look locked, or are they available
They
to
don't
break open?
necessarily look locked. They are closed.
I guess I need to find a robed fucker to ask something.
You would notice there is one that's definitely taken note of you looking around, but hasn't haven't gone up to be like, "Hey, what do you want?" or anything. They just definitely noted your existence to themselves, sort of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another one that, like, since you walked in, has been like locked in prayer at the main shrine, if you will, at the very front.
I'll go to the one that's noticed me. And just kind of trot up. Excuse me, I was told that there would be some religious texts here.
There is a nod, and we do have a few, though we do hesitate to just bring them out willy-nilly. Could you tell me what type of help that you need, or what you need looking into?
Well, I was looking to see if there were any stories on Shatia being split, perhaps?
Shatia being split?
I'm following a theory.
We do have some texts on her. There are multiple stories of her being in more than one place at a time. Though a lot of the stories, it's more a notion of she has little entities that she watches through and gives messages through, but in some it words it more like they are her. Um,
What
Depends on how you want to interpret them.
does it say what they look like?
There's actually some imagery. But we do have one. She kind of leads you over to the correct shrine, and when you get closer to it, you can actually see, like, on the wall behind it, there are carvings, and they are very, like, will-o-wisp wisp-esque drawings. Some that are more like entity figured but still very wispy. Some are just more like wispy orbs.
Would it match what was on the scroll that Gar had?
It would be very similar.
Mm.
Maybe not like exact, but highly, highly similar.
Mm.
It was quite a powerful goddess of fate and luck. Said to control people's luck and how they succeeded to a T sometimes. And if you worshipped her fervently, there wasn't a thing you could lose. A gamble or bet would always fall in your favor. But if you ever got cocky or started taking that on yourself as if you were the one doing it without any help, that it was you yourself that was great, she would remove that luck and often give you bad luck tenfold. Um,
Has there been any mention of where she could be?
Most of the stories mentioned her favorite place being a swamp. I don't personally know of any swamp lands. I know what swamp lands are supposed to be, but haven't personally seen them myself.
Noted. Out of character question. We were told that the gods were sleeping. Did we have? I can't remember if we were told whether the architects were sleeping or not.
You were not.
Okay. Poppyseed's just having a thinkies.
Alrighty, as you have the thinkies, we'll pop back to the Turtle Squad. Turtle Squad has had some time to think about their conundrum. Gar and Gad,
Yeah.
are you two alive?
Yeah.
I exist.
Have you decided what you want to do in your conundrum?
I'm frankly stumped.
Do we try scanning a hand? Touch the thing?
I won't touch it. Let's touch it. How bad could this go?
I Famous last words.
Hold my beer.
Leaf brain activate. Beautiful. So, who's touching it?
I don't want to touch it.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, gun. Crap, we both lose.
I don't flip a coin.
All right. I call heads.
All right. How do you do the? What's the command for rolling dice in chat again?
Exclamation point roll space 1d blah blah blah.
Shit. Wait. Evens or odds, I guess.
Evens.
Should have decided that first.
Usually one is heads, two is tails.
So you're taking evens?
Mm-hmm.
Well. Looks like it's you.
We have a 2.
Well, shit. I'm touching it then.
As you
Why do I not have fucking mage hand?
touch the scanner, the hand scanner, you put your hand on it. It gives a good couple seconds. It's doing a heckin' scan. And then it states prints out a new character sheet.
Trust me, you don't want me to bring my backup character in. It's fucked up.
Victor again.
It states unknown life form. Unauthorized life form.
Hmm. Well, maybe we need a dinosaur.
Maybe. But just any dinosaur or... I don't know. I think there's bears. Coming back to it a later time.
Gad knocks on the door again.
When you knock on the door again, there's that similar electrical gasp. And the lights flicker again.
Well, I guess we come back.
Yeah. Onwards and outwards.
Poppyseed.
Uh-huh.
As you are talking to this one lady, you notice the one that's been fervently praying, their head jolts up, and they kind of sit up real quick, and they quickly rush out.
Does that normally happen?
Must have forgotten something she needed to do. Maybe a late appointment. I don't know her schedule necessarily. That is the head lady here.
Right.
She's always got comings and goings and appointments with other people around. No need to worry about that though, or fret.
Oh. Okay.
But back to the turtles.
Oh no.
So
Before we
Can I
exit the hatch,
can I do an insight check?
You do an insight check. I have now frightened the group. Goody goody.
Nope. Carry on. That was a 4.
Oh no.
Everything is right as rain.
Everything's right as rain. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing to worry about. What are you talking about? Get Turtle Crew. So yeah, was there anything you wanted to do before?
before we exit the hatch, I'd like to just like sit and listen and make sure that nobody's come into the room.
As you guys make your way to the hatch and kind of listen and roll a perception.
It's a 19.
And oh yeah, you hear footsteps above.
Yeah, just kind of like. So okay. So outside of the room was just like the open town, right? Or were we in,
So
like, a hallway?
outside of the room was a hallway because it was more like a hallway with a few rooms. It was part of the like a guest stay section, if you will. So yeah, there
Okay.
were a couple hallways of rooms. The hatch itself was inside one room, so there's the hatch and then the one door,
Okay.
like doorway.
Could we get to the street in less than 500 feet?
From like under the hatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get out into the hallway.
Or like not like the hallway, but like outside of like the little housing area
Um,
and into like an alley or like just the street
I
or
was
something.
into like a side, like the next walkway over, the next street over, so to speak. You could.
Okay. I'm going to snag the invisible rod after like looking at Gar, just like just like finger to the lips. And then so I'll grab the rod and then I'll grab Gar and using my coat I will cast Dimension Door. and get the fuck out of there.
Hey,
Hell
you
yeah.
two done did got the fuck out of there.
Teamwork.
Well, do we want to
There's
try
some
to
sort.
find out whose room that is?
I would like to know. I would also like to know what kind of technology is down there. I haven't seen something like that before.
No, that was strange.
There's technology like that. It almost makes me wonder if maybe Gamphion had something to do with it.
Oh, maybe.
We should find the group and at least inform them that there's something fucky going on in this city.
Aye.
Alrighty.
Time to gather the party.
Yeah.
So you make your way
Downtown.
into town to try and find you. I mean, you know where to go to find Poppyseed. Um, you find him talking to someone about Shatia. Um, how do you wish to intervene?
By casting message so only he can hear the message of, we found something, we need to talk privately.
What kind of conversation am I in right now, Croven?
I mean, it would have been like after saying, oh, it's no big deal sort of vibe. She would have kind of circled it back to, like Shatia,
Mm-hmm.
and if you had any more, questions about her sort of thing.
Okay. Um. No. Not at this time. I'm gonna go. And then he just kind of like backs up.
Like, oh, all right. Feel free to come back anytime.
I Okay. And Poppyseed trots out.
You done did trot out and join the turtles.
We need to find somewhere secluded.
We also need to find the others.
Yes, that too. I would argue that's probably more important at this moment.
Uh, I wouldn't have any clue where they are.
Hmm.
Last I saw them, we were kind of like in the middle of the market. That's where I left them. If you would like, I can make one of you fly to look around.
That may work.
It might be a bit distressing to the locals.
That too.
We could just ask where the big fluffy man went. He's pretty easy to spot amongst the rest of the lizard people.
Quite. Poppyseed's just gonna walk up to some random fuck.
Beautiful.
It's be like, excuse me, have you seen a black and white furry creature lately?
There's first a couple blinks at taking you the look of you in, and there's black yeah it's I don't think it's been too long. I saw him and someone else pass by that way not too long ago. He points off in a direction.
Okay, great, thank you. This way, and Poppyseed just walks away.
Beautiful.
I get like a couple street corners down. Hey, have you seen this big guy?
Yeah. Just follow the trail.
Just like rinse and repeat till we
Yeah.
find him.
Pretty much.
Granted, to find them, I must figure out where they are. Kari and Chou, where were you guys going to go after abandoning Tavish? Or Tavish abandoning you, depending on how you want to look at it.
I thought we said we were going to find a tavern for ourselves.
Okay, yeah. Wanted to make sure. You indeed are able to find a tavern, and I assume get some drinks.
Mm-hmm. Drink and food.
And that's where the others are able to find you after they've tracked you guys down.
Oh no.
Well, that's two of them. Where's Tavish?
Tavish is learning about some herbs and it looks like it's going to help him become stronger.
He's getting licked.
He wasn't going to put it like that, but okay, fine.
He's getting what?
Licked.
Why?
Here the is queen. They lick them because their secretions are basically like a drug. So he gave it a try and found out that, well, he's not up to snuff, really.
Yeah, he kind of got offended at that. It was funny.
Hmm.
And how long will this be?
Yeah.
How long is a piece of string?
It depends on how large the rope is.
So how long is that then?
It depends on how you cut it.
Again, how long is that going to be?
We can have this talk for as long as he's gone. I'd rather not.
You're just jealous you're not getting licked. That's what it is, isn't it? You can admit it. You were friends.
Are
Fine. Next time you need healing, it won't come free. You want to
mocking
be
him?
like, you want to be like that?
You're the one that's almost killing us with your farts.
You're the only one killing us with your breath. Don't make me squeeze out a fart. I might not.
Clear out the tavern.
Right. Free drinks, hey!
No, but as for El Frago, I don't know how long he's going to be, sorry. What I know is that he's having a mud bath and then getting something to eat. That's all I can tell you, really.
Yeah.
Well, has anyone procured rooms yet?
Yes.
Where are they?
They ran off. I don't know.
If I could shake my head any harder, I'd do.
You decide to stay in a group with me.
I didn't really have a choice, did I?
You could have left.
I was just asking where the rooms were.
If you're going to take that attitude, you can fuck off. No, rooms are well. As you weren't here, I found out that there's an area here that is generally closed off because they're hiding something, basically. It's the only way to really put it.
Gad just kind of looks over at Gar, raises an eyebrow.
Well, the Tortles were with them when Chou shared this information in the room.
Were the what?
Yeah.
It
They
broke up a little bit.
they may have been awakened.
Ah.
But yeah, they were 100% awakened. When you had originally gotten that information.
Right. Okay.
So they know not of what you speak.
Yeah, when Cho got the information about places from selling his weed and the likes, he then, when he got to the room, he then told everyone what he'd found out, which was that there were rooms that were marked as being in use when they weren't, and we took rooms as close to where those were possible so that we could gain easier access to it. It seems like they're trying to hide something. There's room. Otherwise, why would they be doing that?
Well, we definitely found something hidden.
You,
Best to talk somewhere a little more private than a bar, though.
mm-hmm. That is everything. Well, I'm assuming, have we had a chance to eat and drink yet, Craven?
Yeah, you would have like already dug into some food and had some drink. You probably wouldn't have been done quite yet, but you definitely would have had a majority.
Right, well, let's just finish up here and we'll go back to that room. That way, then we can talk in relative privacy. I think. Does that sound alright with you lot?
Sounds alright to me.
Gad will like just order a drink real quick.
Finish up what they've finish up his food and then he'll go and start making his way back to show him where.
Yeah. Okie doke. Yeah, you find y'all's ways to the rooms.
Refresh the memory of those who were awakened.
When you get to your rooms and start kind of sharing info, one of the things the turtles would realize is that the room that they were doing the sneaky sneak into, definitely was also in that section that Chou got told, hey, there's something sneaky in this area.
Well, we were definitely in that area.
Right then, so they're definitely something.
Is Gar alive? Gar?
Gar, are you awakened?
Gar?
I don't think he's alive.
Dirt died.
Oh no!
He awakened.
Well, we were definitely in that area that you're describing. And, it's strange. It's kind of just this tunnel that goes from natural stone into metal. It's a weird big window that just leads to dirt, but then you went the other direction, and there was a door with some kind of weird scanner thing. I've never seen anything like it before, but you put your hand on it, and it said that we were the unrecognized life form.
Hmm.
And unauthorized to enter, but as we went to leave, there was definitely somebody in the room. So, we just kind of popped on out of there before they could find us.
Definitely a sensible idea, that.
Don't know who it was, but I do know what room it was. So maybe we could go make a visit of some sort.
That sounded like a plan to me. However, I'm still suffering from bringing them Triceratops back. So maybe we grab a bit of Chou, wait for Tavish to come back, and then we all go together. And by
Aye.
that point, I shouldn't be suffering from an amount. Does that sound like a plan to you lot?
Sounds good to
Sounds
me.
like a plan to me.
Or at least a start, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be able to get a full rest. Unless he's planning on being there for however long to get. How long does getting lick take?
Well, the lick itself doesn't take long, but there's sort of they got. They said. He said they gotta give him a bath. That's gonna be funny. And then they gotta feed him some kind of special herb. It's gonna make his poison stronger, or something like. I don't know. He's a weird froggy dude. Who's to say we have to rush? Gets.
Well,
If we go, I mean, we're quite a well looked at site at the moment. So maybe it might be best if we slow our roll a bit, let people get used to us being here, and then we won't be so much of sticking out like sore thumbs.
I'm pretty sure we still will be.
Yeah, but if they're a bit familiar with us, they're not watching us as much. Does that make sense?
Sure.
With that, we shall end session, as it is time.
Indeed.
Yeah, you choking, take a long rest and get rid of that fucking -1.
Are we getting a long rest?
I will see next time.
Chou is laying down and going to fuck sleep.
Ooh.
Say goodbye to chat, people.
Go lick some frogs, chat.
Oh,
Lick your local frog today.
oh, good lord.
Beautiful.